Citroen C5X bo svoje prve slovenske kupce omrežil letošnjega septembra in vsi te bojo rekli končno, ker to gre res za dolgo pričakovani model. Končno pa bodo rekli tudi vsi tisti, ki so se počutili zapostavljeno, ko je Citroen se odločil, da bo svojo paradno limuzino zamenjal s SUV-jem. Namreč niso vsi za SUV-je. In zdaj, ko delamo prve kilometre tukaj po francoskem podeželju, po okolici Pariza, lahko povem tiste besede, ki jih vsi ti zapostavljeni kupci zagotovo želijo slišati. Namreč C5X je v resnici bolj C5 kot pa X, kot Cross. To je klasični Citroenov veliki potovalnik, se pravi avto, ki omogoča udobne dolge razdalje po kakršnikoli podlagi. In to je nekaj, kar je Citroen skozi svojo zgodovino ves čas ponujal. No in kje bomo boljše spoznali primere C5X-a v Citroenovi zgodovini, če ne v Citroenovem konzervatoriju? Pred dobrimi 20 leti je Citroen v predmestju Pariza odprl to posebno skladišče, to posebno halo, kjer ima shranjene svoje najbolj zanimive primerke iz svoje več kot 100-letne zgodovine. No, jaz sem že pred 20 leti to halo že obiskal, te avtomobile sem večinoma že poslikal in jih imam shranjene v svojem arhivu, ampak danes sem se sem vrnil zato, da bi poiskal odgovor na vprašanje, kaj je komfort.
Comfort, you know, it's a word beginning by a C. Like the C of Citroën. André Citroën want always the best for the customer. He was the Henry Ford of Europe because when he began in 1919, he was a little car maker, and 10 years later, he was the first one in France, the first one in Europe, and the number 3 in the world behind Ford and General Motors. He overtook Renault, Fiat, Peugeot, so it was a big success. I would say he was very clever. He was an engineer, like Louis Renault, you know.
Yeah.
They were studying together. Yeah. At the same school, a nice school, very important school in France. A lot of technology on the Citroën cars were not invented by André Citroën, but he has got the idea to buy it for his cars. For example, we can stop on this one, and to make it in a mass production for everybody. For example, this B10 model from 1925, it's the first car in Europe all in steel. Before you are wood and steel, but it's a patent coming from US. It is the same for the floating engine. You know, for a better comfort, the engineer and André Citroën decided to buy this patent in the US. And in fact, between the engine and the chassis, you have rubber. And like that, you have less vibration in the car, and the car is more comfortable.
V knjige o zgodovini motoroznanstva se je Andrej Citroen še posebej močno zapisal z vozilom, ki svojo tehnično noviteto poudari kar s svojim imenom.
It was a good decision of André Citroën to do the traction avant with a famous engineer, Mr. Lefebvre. And you know, before coming in Citroën, Mr. Lefebvre wanted to go to Renault. And he met Louis Renault, and he proposed to Louis Renault this traction avant. He said, no, it's not possible. And André Citroën, yes, we go. There was always a fight between André Citroën and Louis Renault. Louis Renault was saying about André Citroën, this man, we say in French, il m'empêche de dormir. It means I can't sleep well with this man, just not far from me, because he was famous, he was very clever, he made a lot of things. So it was a fight, I would say a good fight, during two big car makers.
Gospod, s katerim se danes pogovarjamo, je pred svojim službovanjem v tem skladišču se ukvarjal z motošportom. To so bila leta tam na začetku 90-ih let in recimo takrat je tudi Peugeot, tudi s pomočjo državnega francoskega denarja, naredil en velik natečaj, na katerem je poskušal odkriti mlade rally talente. In na ta natečaj, Peugeotov natečaj, se je prijavil tudi Sebastian Loeb. Ampak Peugeotovci oziroma ekipa tega natečaja takrat Sebastiana ni prepoznala kot talentiranega dirkača. No, pri Citroenu tudi gospod, s katerim se danes pogovarjamo, pa je opazil, kako je s tem malim seksojem premagoval bistveno bolj izkušene dirkače z bistveno močnejšimi in bolj zmogljivimi rally dirkalniki. No in prav s Citroenom, prav s temi modeli na tem mestu je Sebastian Loeb postal rally legenda.
You know, just a little story.
Pozor! Pavzo smo stisnili zato, ker so pred nami zgodbe iz nekih res povsem drugačnih časov, tudi bistveno bolj nevarnih časov. Te zgodbe v eter spuščamo zgolj zato, ker nam lahko pomagajo razumeti, kam Citroen cilja z novim C5X. Ampak teh prepovedanih zgodb nikakor ne podoživljate z vašim C5X-om.
I began to work for Citroën for the motorsport team, Citroën Sport, and the boss of Citroën Sport was Guy Fréquelin. And his car was an XM V6. So on the road, he liked to go fast. And one time he was shooting by the police, 235 kilometers with the XM V6. And just a few days after, it was the San Remo rally. And all the journalists said, Guy, how is this possible? You were driving a special Citroën. Citroën is not going at 235. And Guy Fréquelin said, it was my normal car. It's a V6 engine with a 420. And it was a good advertisement for the Citroën. Just to say, it was it was possible to go fast. So you can do 1,000 kilometers in a day without problem.
Direktor motošporta se je zaradi proceduralne napake policistov uspel izogniti plačilu zneska za to nenaročeno reklamo za Citroen. Z danes odločno prehitro vožnjo pa je povezana tudi zgodba s SM-om.
Citroen said, I haven't got a good engine. I'm going to go and see Maserati. I bought Maserati because they were not in good condition, because I need an engine. So it's quite impossible today. But now Maserati is in the Stellantis group. So
Yes.
They were saying at the moment we were happy because there was no speed limit in France. So when we took an SM to go from a place to another, we go as
fast as possible.
As fast as possible. And for example, you know, they make a very good time between Paris and Marseille, and this man, Jean-Claude Janès, he was working at the communication department. He said to me that he was doing Paris to Marseille. He was leaving Paris at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was at Marseille at 8 o'clock. 5 hours. So it means you are at 180, 200 all
the time.
I don't say it's good. I'm just saying it was existing.
Še en veliki Citroen primeren za visoko hitrostno premagovanje dolgih razdalj pa je Xantia. Ta je bila superiorna še posebej na losovem testu. Oziroma je še.
The Citroen engineer want to take the best of the hydraulic suspension, but they want to go further and to have a car which was not going like that when you turn right or left. They want a comfortable car, but with, I would say, a competition car setup. So they made a system, what we call the system anti-roulis actif. Even today, it's one of the more efficient cars, I would say production cars, even today.
Na ta avtomobil vas seveda moramo spomniti. Seveda gre za legendarni Ami 6. In ta avto smo vam v avtomobilnosti že pokazali. Posneli smo ga takrat, ko smo se družili z njim na Socerbu. Bil je seveda v bistveno manj ohranjenem stanju. Takrat smo vam že povedali, da je to avtomobil, ki ga je kot vsakodnevni avtomobil uporabljala žena generala de Gaulle'a. Ampak, ko že omenjamo de Gaulle'a, sprehodimo se do de Gaulle'ovih avtomobilov, tistih za parade.
So General de Gaulle sat here, and Nixon and the Prime Minister of China, Chen Lai, and here it was the place for translator if necessary. I drove it, you know, but it's like a big boat. Huh? It's not powerful, it's not very agile, but it's a very long car. Some people are saying that the car had to, at the moment, the project was a longer car than the Lincoln of President Johnson in the US. It it's always something to sit in this car, and we are in
It's a special feeling.
a special feeling and very comfortable. You can be president without doing election.
Fascinantno pri tej veliki podaljšani žabi pa je to, da ta velikanski predsedniški avtomobil ni blindiran. In to je bila osebna odločitev Charlesa de Gaulleja. V poskusu atentata, v katerem je hidravlično vzmetenje njegove navadne, običajne žabe odigralo ključno vlogo pri pobegu pred 12 napadalci, no v tem dogodku je sloviti general postal mnenja, da so vozne lastnosti avtomobila bolj pomembne kot pa debele šipe. Težko bi oporekali, ampak kakorkoli. Vozne lastnosti so bili nasploh bistven, ključen del vseh velikih Citroenov in enako je tudi z novim C5X. Dovolj je bilo nekaj 100 metrov in pa 2 ležeča policaja, da je to dokazal.